Welcome to Coach Me, a production of You Are Made New Ministry and Hope's Garden. Here we share insights, themes, and reflections that occur often in our coaching sessions, and we sense the Lord is nudging us to share them more broadly. In this Coach Me video, you'll see Laura speaking at a recent retreat, sharing tips and strategies for managing those moments of overwhelm and stress.
Things that I personally used that helped me when I was having panic attacks, flashbacks, just stress, tension. It doesn't have to be over the top, overwhelming emotions, but just anytime, sometimes we talk about it as being dysregulated. And so these are things that have helped me. So I mentioned EMDR in my talk, which is a trauma therapy that uses bilateral eye movement, bilateral stimulation to help our brains to process traumatic memories. The other thing that scientists have found, psychologists have found with the EMDR and the bilateral stimulation is that slow bilateral stimulation is very calming to the brain and can also help to form new neural pathways more quickly. So I used a lot of bilateral stimulating tools and techniques to help me to calm down. So one was there are a lot of different apps on our cell phones now for bilateral music and bilateral tones. And actually, like my daughter who has ADDD, did I just add 3Ds? she uses it even to do her homework because that bilateral tone going helps to keep her brain focused then on what she's trying to focus on. I've heard of people who use it at work to help them to stay focused on what they're doing. And so it can be, I personally used one that allowed me to upload my own classical music and then it played it bilaterally. And that would help me to fall asleep or just to rest and breathe. So you can find those on your phone. The other one that I used a lot is like to hug yourself, which you can all do right now. So just crisscross your arms and just kind of gently give a little squeeze on your forearm back and forth, just slowly back and forth. And it just doesn't have to, you're not trying to hurt yourself. You don't have to be too firm, just so you can just feel it. And I would just imagine that Mother Mary was hugging me, was just holding me. And sometimes even we know that movement, that trauma gets locked in the cells of our bodies. So that moving, like Marion's taught us, that just moving can also help to move that trauma out and to calm us. And so kind of rocking. I would sometimes even find myself doing, when you've had babies and you're holding them all the time, you just start swaying. And I would find myself just swaying and rocking myself. And then I realized, oh, this is why babies like it. It's calming. Another one, my therapist called the butterfly. So crisscrossing your arms on your chest and finding that soft space right above your collarbone and just kind of bilaterally, just kind of pressing there. And then, I would do this even while I was just, praying Hail Marys, just repeating the name of Jesus. Sometimes it was Jesus help me, Jesus help me, Jesus help me, back and forth. Peace, Jesus give me your peace. So repeating those words that soothe you and that bring your focus onto Jesus or to Mary or your favorite saint, whatever calms you, God the Father. But repeating those things out loud, if you can, while you're doing it, reinforces it and helps to actually change the neural pathways in your brain.